Hey everybody, this is Phil, otherwise known as Flip Maze, and I'm going to be doing a little show and tell on the Diamondback DB9 today. So not that long ago, I purchased a Springfield XDS 9mm for my concealed carry option, and I love it. I really love it. It's actually one of my favorite guns I've ever shot. But as wonderful as it is, and as small as it is, I found myself, after carrying it and trying to get used to it, I actually found myself desiring something a little bit smaller, especially thinking of the summer months. I live in the Southwest, and it's pretty much triple digits all summer long. I started thinking about carrying the XDS around in shorts and a t-shirt. It's actually hard to conceal, too. I'm not the biggest guy. So, as far as concealing a gun the size of the XDS, it's actually a little tricky. So the more I started thinking about it, I started looking into some options that would be in the micro or sub, actually more the pocket pistol size. And the Diamondback DB9 was one of the first options I saw that offered anything in the 9mm, which I love the idea of something the size of a 380 with 9mm firepower. But obviously there's a lot of controversy with the DB9. From earlier iterations actually having mechanical breakdowns where the slide rails would actually break free from the frame and the slide was loose from the frame, to people shooting plus P ammo through it, which do not do that. I mean, I've watched a video of a guy almost losing his finger because he blew out the barrel shooting plus P through it. So, I mean, if you follow the manufacturer's specs, it's 115 to 124 grain is the max and standard pressure only. But I wanted to try to give it a chance. I had seen some stuff about a possible Gen 2, although the Diamondback website doesn't mention any kind of a second mod or Gen 2 where they've resolved some of the issues of the earlier models, but there are some differences between the latest serial numbers and the early ones. One of them is a longer extractor and the different serrations on the slide. Those may or may not be strictly cosmetic, but the actual functioning is more what I'm concerned about, and that's what I took it out to the range to test. Now, the manufacturer recommends 50 to 100 rounds to break it in. I've seen a lot of videos of guys saying they've put 300-400 rounds through it and have not still gotten to the point where they're not having cycling issues. So I wanted to go ahead and at least put it through the manufacturer's recommendation and see how it shot. I'm going to put a little lube on it, which is what I should have done in the first place, but I forgot to. And then I'm going to take a few more shots with it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and talk over the rest of this. A gun like this, the Diamondback DB9, is really all about compromise. In order to make the gun lighter and smaller than almost all of your other options on the market in a 9mm, you are going to have more recoil. That it's just they go hand in hand. Price-wise, for the budget shooter, you've got a viable option. Unfortunately, you're going to have to deal with about 93% reliability. Spoiler alert, there's one more after this. So, on paper that doesn't sound bad, but when your life's on the line, some people aren't, they're not okay with 93%, and that's up to you. That's your choice. If you want to save up a little bit longer and spring for the Glock, or the Glock 43 would be the 9mm, and I believe it's a little bit bigger, more along the lines of the Smith & Wesson Shield or the XDS 9, or maybe you're just gonna put up with a little bit larger size in your lightweight clothing and just carry an XDS or a Smith & Wesson. They're good options too. Overall, I really, really want to like the gun. I'm hoping that after a little bit more shooting, it becomes more reliable. It's not a lot of fun to shoot. It's got quite a bit of recoil. Actually got a little bit of slide bite for the first time ever. But in the end, for what it is, it's really not a bad package. But it all comes down to personal preference. And you know, I'll definitely probably carry it on occasion, and especially if it loosens up a little bit more with more shooting. So thanks for watching.